Hello, my dear friend. I hope you are doing great. Welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed it, please subscribe it, press the bell icon and hit the like button also. Friends, please share my video among your friends so that they can get benefited. Today I will start from the article 1st to 4th, means union and its territory. The first article is that. If I will talk about the how many states do we have in our India and how many union territory we are having. So many people or so many students would be in confusion that how many union territory we are having and how many states we are having. Now I am going to clarify all your doubts here, because now we are having 28 states and 8 union territory. Let's go to the background of this, how this happened. Earlier, up to 2014, there were 28 states and 7 union territory. In 2014, Andhra Pradesh bifurcated into the two states, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. That's why they converted to the 29 states and 7 union territory. But after that, the historic event came out in the existence on the 31st October 2019. It was coincided by the birthday of our Prime Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and because he was a man of unity for the India, because he united near about the 546 and 549 provincial state in the territory of India. That's why Indian government coincide the include of the Jammu and Kashmir in India on the 31st October 19 itself. On the 31st October 2019, there were, because the J&K statehood was struck down and it converted into the two union territory, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, Leh. Then first is there would be 29 states, 28 states and 9 union territory. In 2019, 9 union territory. But recent in the 26 January 2020, Daman, Diu and Nagar and Haveli were converted into one union territory. Nowadays we are having only 28 states and 8 union territory. Please keep this thing in mind. It can be like a perspective question for the preliminary examination and all state PCS examination. But up to till now, what we have learned, that timely again and again we can include our state, or we can bifurcate the state, or we can change the name of the states also. The same thing like earlier, when the constitution was framed by the Constituent Assembly on the 9th December 1946, the first time they meet, they decided what would be the name of our country. That point of time, India was called by the so many names like India, Bharat, Hindustan, because so many philosophers were in the favor of the name of India, because they were thinking that people were recognized by them by India itself. That's why there should be a name of the India only. Some people were saying that we should consider India as a colonial hangover over the Indian name, and we should consider it as a Bharat, because Bharat is a Hindi country and we should consider it Hindustan also. Some people are saying that we should take it as a USSR, because USSR is a very proponent or supporter of India. That's why we should consider it the United States of the sovereign countries. But at that point of time, so many philosophers came with their proposal, but at that point of time, our man of unity Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Jawaharlal Nehru decided that the Indian or our constitution framer like Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar decided that there would be name of the two name of the our country, like India, that is Bharat. It is mentioned in the our article first. India, that is Bharat. India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. Means it's a union of states. It is a indestructible union and destructible states. It is a union of the destructible states and indestructible union. Means we can they like states cannot secede from the union itself, but center or the union government can bifurcate the states, and we can have so many states within the territory of India. This is a provision of our Article 1. If we will compare this situation to the USA Constitution, and there is a agreement between the USA states, and that's why they are in the existence. United States of America is a concurrence of the earlier there was a 15 states, and they come together, and that's why they called as a United States of America. And they have different rules over there, and they can secede at any point of time. But nowadays it is considerable that now they are united and nobody will secede from the United States of America. But their structure is different, our structure is different, because no states allowed to secede from the our territory. And if I will talk about the our like Constitution Assembly name and all things, these are the like remunerated things. We have deliberated so much on such type of thing, otherwise there would be uproar in the society or colossal in the society due to such things. That's why our constitutional framer put a lot of effort to do such type of things. Even nowadays we are finding so many PIL are people are filing in the court. Even in 2016 a Maharashtra person came with the PIL in the Supreme Court, and he asked the Supreme Court, because India is a Hindi country, and we should consider it as a Bharat or Hindustan. But Supreme Court struck down and discarded the PIL by saying that we should concentrate on this such type of things so that we can improve our health system, education system, we can develop our country. We should not like excavated the settled dust. Already the matter is killed. Why we should provoke incite the again matter this matter, or that can be a rivalry for the Indian people. Even like a May 2020 Namhe person named Namhe filed a PIL in the Supreme Court, and still like it is pending in the Supreme Court, and they are changing the date again and again for this case. It means that it is having no meaning for like for our judiciary decided the name of that thing, because the people unity and the health sectors and the education sector is more important rather than the deciding the name of our country. And Article 1 clause 1, because you will find article is there but sub clause would be there with each and every article, because it totally depends upon the interpretation. Our constitution is totally dependent upon the interpretation, how our Supreme Court or High Court is interpreting the our constitution, then only it works as a like that. That's why the clause are there, so that people should be people should be no in ambiguity. There should be clarity of the thoughts about their constitution. Article 1 clause 2, the states and the territories thereof shall be as specified in the first schedule. Here it is mentioned here in the first schedule, means the states, number of states and the territory thereof shall be as specified in the first list. They have not included in the Article 1 their name of the states, because maybe our constitution framework were in the wheel of the to keep it article the in the lean form. That's why they have not included the name. After the or like constitution or the articles, they have included the name in the schedule first itself, means they have mentioned the name and the territory's name in the first schedule for keeping the article lean and thin. That's why Sometimes they were following, maybe they were following the Lenin in principle. And the third article is the territory of India shall comprises the territory of the states. Territory of India comprises territory of states, territory of unity, and the acquired territory. Means even we are having states and union territory, and we are having this. Earlier there were so many princely state, but the with the help of the man of unity, we able to manage the or merge them into the India. The same thing earlier there were 562 princely state were there, and our man of unity was able to bring them in concurrence in the 549 itself, 569 itself, 559, sorry, 559. Due to reluctance of the Hyderabad Nizam and Jammu and Kashmir and Junagadh, they were not able to merge them into the India. Even so many unitary or portion was under the British or European countries. After 1947, we included into the Indian territory. If I will take an example of the Puducherry, in the 1952 there was an agreement between the Indian and the French government, and they gave it in the 1952. They gave Puducherry to the India, but we included in the 1962 itself. Means we signed the agreement in 1952, but with the legislation it is not possible to include the territory of any territory into the India. We have to take or make law for that, then only we would able to include that portion into Indian territory. The same case happened along with the Puducherry. In the 1962 our parliament came with the proposal, and then we included the Puducherry into the India. That's is the mentioned here in the article 1 clause 3. India comprises of union territory, states, and the acquired territory also. Now let's jump to the article 2. Whatever I'm telling here, please listen it carefully, and it will retain for longer duration in your mind. If you are having doubt anything else, you can refer the PDF whatever I have provided in the video itself. Now I will talk about the article 2. Article 2 is the admission or establishment of the new states. Parliament may or may by law admit new states such as it thinks fit. Whatever Parliament thinks fit, they may include or they can cede the territory to the different countries also, because there would be, if we are able to, if we our Parliament want to secede our some portion of the country, then there should be amendment in the constitution under article 368. Then only we would cede our Indian territory to the other country. Even they want to acquire or they want to merge any territory of the foreign country into the India, then there would be will and whim and fancies of the Parliament itself. Let's take the example of Chogyal. Chogyal was a king in the Sikkim itself. He was a dictator there or king there. He was managing all the work over there, and he was running a good territory. But so many peoples were in the apprehension that he was a a dictator, and he was persecuting so many people. That's why India took it as a protectorate. Means in the spring of 1973, at the time of the Indira Gandhi, there was a spring in the Sikkim area. Or some people were saying that, or even nowadays we are considering that our Ra was the responsible for that. We are able to manage so many equipments. We are invoking their sentiments about the merging of their area into the Indian territory. But at that point of time, Chogyal king was not ready to merge the Sikkim area to the India. But our Prime Minister Indira Gandhi took a step forward, and he was able to amend the constitution. He was able to take that as a protectorate. Protectorate means the smaller country is the under the purview of the bigger country, and bigger country is solely responsible for the security of that country and economic affairs of that country. but uh, people were like invoking their sentiments. In the 1975 there was a referendum means there was a call for the vote, and people were 99% people were in the favor of the to merge into the India. That's why in the 1975 itself we amended the constitution and we take Sikkim as our territory. Means it is showing that article 1 clause 3 there would be a territory and all things. And same like it is mentioned in the article 2, admission and establishment of the new state is the sole purview of the our parliament itself, as it may think fit. When parliament is thinking that it is right, that's why they are including the territory into the India. And this provision is made by the our prime minister Indira Gandhi in 1975. And then in 1975 Sikkim was a totally under the control of the our Indian territory. And now move further to article 3. Article 3. Article 3 is formation of new state of parliament may by law. Means, as you know, like earlier we were having 28 states, or even like 2000, before 2000 there were the less states in India. But in 2008, due to administrative reason, they bifurcated the MP and carved out the Chhattisgarh, and they bifurcated the Bihar. They bring up with the Jharkhand, and they carved out Uttarakhand from the UP itself. Means each and every time we are like number of states are increasing and decreasing, and it totally, and even like in the 2019 itself Jammu and Kashmir converted into the union territory and struck down the statehood of the Jammu and Kashmir. Means this is mentioned in the article 3 itself. Then our parliament can do, they can bifurcate the states, or they can trifurcate the state, or they can merge the two states. That is the sole responsibility and the purview of the our parliament itself. But there should be consultative between the states legislative assembly also. Even the in 2014, if I will take example of the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, in 2014 our parliament called for the merger of the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. But before doing this, our parliament have to take permission, seek permission to president, and president has to take consultation of the state legislative assembly. And he referred the bill to the state legislative assembly at that point of time, our president, and state legislative assembly was not in concurrence with the provision of the parliament. But it is the consultative thing, not concurrence. Means they have to consult. It totally depends on the president, whatever he want to do, or he can take any decision. That's why he came up with this decision, and he didn't pay heed to the suggestion of the state legislative assembly, and parliament make with such type of provision and came up with the two states, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. In the same case happened along with the J&K. You might know about the J&K situation, because earlier J&K was a state, and nowadays J&K and Ladakh are the different two union territory. As it was a controversial thing, but now I am going to explain you article 370 and 35A in the correct manner. These are the special provision given by the our constitution, because there is a different constitution of the Jammu and Kashmir due to like some reasons. Even you might know the history of the Raja Harichand and all things. That's why they are having different provision in their constitution. And we are following the Indian Penal Code for the our jurisdiction in the court, and they are following the Ranveer Penal Code. But the scene was that at that point of time there was a government in the Jammu and Kashmir, the PDP and the BJP coalition. BJP coalition, like BJP took back their support from the like local party PDP, and then government was disturbed, and the president rule came. Because in the India territory we can say that article 356, that is governor rule, but in the case of the J&K they were considered in the like president rule. Up to 6 months there was a president rule. After that, we came up with the proposal of the article 356 and we declare the governor rule over there. That point of time our governor was there, and the parliament has to seek permission from the state legislative assembly to amend any constitution or provision of that Jammu and Kashmir. But that point of time executive head was governor, because he is the sole responsible for the all executive portion of that Jammu and Kashmir. And if I will talk about the legislative, because PDP and the BJP and so other local party want to make government there, but there were no majority of the votes. That's why the legislature also disturbed that point of time, and no confidence motion was in their state legislative assembly. That's why the governor was the sole responsible for the executive task and legislative task. And in the night you might know about our Amit Shah, and he came up with the proposal in the Rajya Sabha itself to merge the J&K into the India, and the bill was passed in the Rajya Sabha. After that, the Lok Sabha was in BJP government was in the majority in the Lok Sabha, and they merged the Jammu and Kashmir to the India itself. Now let's jump to the Article 4 of the Constitution. Article 4. Article 4 is about the whatever there is a mentioning in the Article 2nd and 3rd, means we are altering the boundaries of this state, or we are including any states in our territory, means Article 2nd and 3rd would not consider as a constitutional amendment as per the Article 368, because if we have to amend the constitution, then it comes under the Article 368, and there is a special majority requirement for that. Special majority means present and voting plus absolute majority plus half of the states like concurrence would be there. If this is a federal structure violation of that. But here the thing is, or glitch is that here it is not requirement, or it is not required to amend the constitution for altering the boundaries of the states. But the number of the states seats in the Rajya Sabha we are altering, because we have struck down the statehood of the J&K, then the number of the people for the Rajya Sabha would be altered in the Rajya Sabha. That is the federal structure of the constitution. And even 1973 Kesavanand Bharati case, there was a thing that we should not amend the basic structure of the constitution, and that is federal structure is a basic structure of the constitution, and we cannot amend that. But that's why they have included Article 4 in the constitution. Whatever we are amending in the Article 2nd and 3rd, we would not consider it as a constitutional amendment. This is the Article 4. Yes, it can be like supplemental, because the main motto to change the constitution, the main motto to change the boundary or alteration of the states is administrative purpose. But some consequential effect, or the supplementary effect or incidental effect, is on the Rajya Sabha seat. That's why we are not considering alteration of the boundary in the Article 368 as a constitutional amendment. I think that is enough for today. I have reiterated from the Article 1st to 4th, Union and its territory. Tomorrow we will discuss about the further articles. Thanks for watching. Bye.